what's up? Um, yeah, I'm pretty late with this review actually. I saw this last night. Let me just explain something before I talk about this movie. You know, when it comes to Asian cinema, right? Hong Kong, wushu, fantasy movies. You know, like in the U.S., we got something like Beastmaster, Conan, but in Hong Kong or China or in the Asian culture, they got fantasy movies like Bride with White Hair, for example. Which is a fantasy wushu movie again? Let me just say that. And I really want to review this for such a long time. I had it in my collection for so many times because I'm such a big fan of Bridget Lin, and I love Bridget Lin. I love her acting. I love her charisma. I love her persona. She's like, to me, my Marilyn Monroe in Asian cinema. And even though she retired, her 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 acting and her style of movie choices, and she could do serious roles. She could do movies like this, and movies like this usually, I would say some of them are bad, but they can be so bad that it's end up being good. As looking at Bridget Lynch's performance, her charisma, her acting, it's always like stands out. A lot of people know Bridget Lin mostly, and I mean mostly for Swordsman 2 because Swordsman 2 had Jet Li in it, so it was like, oh, who's this lead actress kicking ass? Oh, Bridget Lin. But a lot of people don't follow like the rest of her movies, like before Swordsman 2 or after Swordsman 2. She did other fantasy wushu genre movies too, and she also gonna do other movies like comedy, drama, romantic. There's other movies she could do that's really good. But a lot of people prefer fantasy wushu with her in it. But anyway, let me also explain what this movie's about too. So let me just start another thing about this movie. Ronnie Wu directed this movie. Ronnie Wu directed a lot of good movies in China, right? But I think if I'm correct, I think Ronnie Wu also did Bride with Chucky, the Child's Play movie, after three, by the way. And a lot of people don't like it. Only I like about 4 or 5 was Chucky. But the rest of the movie to me was garbage. But when you see Bride of Chucky, a lot of people say that Ronald Wu actually got the directing job because of this movie, and I feel like it was an insult to me. It was like a smack in my face. You telling me he got the job because of this? Don't even compare Bride with White Hair to Bride with Chucky. Totally two different movies. Trust me, way two different movies. Um, and to me, when I saw Bride of Chucky, I always thought they wanted to base it on Bride of Frankenstein. Simple as that. But to hear about this, like no comparison. So if anybody hears that interview, just don't fall for it. It's bullshit. But yeah, here I go with the past 2 minutes. I don't know what's going on with this whole big weekend with me. I'm passing 2 minutes with reviews lately. Been talking long intros, but besides that, okay, let's get to the point. But with White Hair, I'm gonna try my best to talk about this movie. Fantasy Wuxia movies are pretty hard for me to talk about. I don't do too much of it, but I will do it now. Um, this is like a modern take on I would say Romeo and Juliet. I heard it was based on a book, but I don't know nothing about the book in China. All right, come on. But it to me it felt like a modern take on Romeo and Juliet. You got this guy, right? That he's like a young man. He's part of this Wu-Tang Clan school. It's like he tells his origin story a little bit when these guards for the emperor comes and trying to get this flower which makes you immortal. So they want to take this flower, and the guy kind of beat these guys up. At the beginning part of the movie, and then he start with this narration about when he was a kid, he was like this little brat in school. He's a good swordsman, but he was like a little brat at the same time. He's always going up against his master, talking back against his master, like a father and son type of way. And you know what I'm saying? And as the movie progresses, he shows this pretty young girl that saved him from the wolves, which the wolves are pretty obvious dogs. I mean, come on. And then as he grows up, you know, he's kind of like still the brat that he is, but also he's a good man. He protects he believes what he could protect, what's right in his own way, fighting against the baddies. And but he put the law and justice into his own hand. And there was the guy who teach him, like his teacher, it goes up against him, like this guy's a brat, he needs to be taught a lesson. And the master is always sincere, he takes face for him all the time. And then later on, he meet up with this woman as the movie progressed, a woman who's like a good fighter herself, fight against these bandits trying to invade a village. And then while the two couple that was given birth, one couple was given birth, they was running from the village while Bridget and his character was fighting off these bandits. Later on, they meet up with the good man, who's the hero of the movie, and then he doesn't know how to do a delivery, but that's when the woman comes in, played by Bridget Lynn, the wolf woman, I'll call her, and she helped with the birth process, and then she disappeared, and the hero of the movie looked at her like he was wondering who is she, and he followed her, so she was taking like a bath, and then she got mad, she got caught taking a bath, and they start talking, fighting a little bit, and it was like that's where they first met. It was like you could see the romance between the two right away, the chemistry, you know. And she disappeared. She went back to her clan, and you find out this clan is an evil cult clan, and the villain in this movie happens to be Siamese twins, actually, a man and a woman. And they took the wolf girl in when she was little, teaching her martial arts, but she grows up to be Bridget Lynn, of course, her character. And then they want revenge against the Wu-Tang for them trying to, for them banishing them away from the clan, because there was some kind of story, like a little side story with the Siamese twins, the main villain, like they felt kind of like I think they did something like lawful or something. So that's why the Wu Tang Clan decided to banish them, and so that's how they revenge became to became to flower, And the Wu Tang and the cult leader started sending Bridget Lynn's character to attack the Wu Tang, while the hero of the movie he didn't want to take leadership because they had to go to war with the evil cult because they're going out of hand, and so later on, when Bridget's character and the evil cult start destroying some of the Wu Tang members, the heroes start fighting them with the help of the Wu Tang members, of course. And then Bridget's character finally appears, and then she's fighting with the hero one on one. And the woman who's like part of the Wu Tang member who's in love with the hero also, in love with the hero in a way. It's kind of like she wants leadership, but she likes him too. And she kind of put like a poison needle behind the wolf girl. Bridget's character who's the wolf girl behind her back. Cause there was about a fight, and then the hero's rapid story say she told the wolf girl, "Go ahead, kill me," and the wolf girl hold back like she didn't want to kill him because she was in love with him. But anyway, when they go through, like I said before, when the one of the female member of the Wu Tang threw the needle behind Bridget's character, the hero took the wolf girl away, and he runs off with the wolf girl, and he sucked the poison out of her, for Bridget's character, the wolf girl, and then they start spending time together. They start making love, and he vowed his love to her. Said, "You know what? Let's leave. Let's escape our clan. Let's forget about this." And then the wolf girl had to leave. She had to go back to her evil clan because she wanted her freedom. And the leader of the evil cult, the male side of the Siamese twin, he just hated her for like he felt like why you leave. And then for her to leave, he gotta like pretty much make love to her. I mean, make love to him. Excuse me about that. Um, sorry. And so while the Siamese male was about to have sex with a Bridget's character, the wolf girl, he can't get it up. So his female Siamese twin behind the back started laughing at him like, you can't get it up. And he got mad when he started finding out later that, oh, your heart belongs to somebody else. He got pissed. So you know what? He told her like, if you want to leave the clan, you gotta go downstairs, walk through glass, get beat up by your clan, and then once she survived the gauntlet, she walks off, and the evil cult leader got mad. As the movie progressed, later on, you get to the Wu-Tang temple scene, while the other Wu-Tang members got the hero, told the hero, you gotta come with us, you can't just stay here. How dare you betray us for this woman? Um, he walks with the Wu-Tang clan back to the temple. Once they open the temple, they saw all the rest of the Wu-Tang member died, including the hero's master. And one of the surviving members of the attack they're about to die soon. He told the guy it was a wolf girl that did it, and then so that's when everybody started misjudging, like saying that also the wolf girl did this. And then when the real wolf girl shows up, um, she comes in and told the hero, who happens to be her lover now, let's go, let's leave. I left my clan for you. And then he was telling her like, what's going on? Did this? And then she walks away, like letting him know that I ain't did this. I don't hear your shit pretty much. And all the Wu Tang members trying to attack her. They were fighting, and then she got stabbed by the sword by the woman, and then by accident the hero put his hands on the sword, and in this kind of the wolf girl felt disrespected. She said felt like, oh, this is how you gonna treat me? Like I gave you my heart, I left my clan pretty much for you, and then the hero was sad, like he didn't mean it like that, and then she got all pissed off, and she finally became the bride with white hair. With the white hair, she became like the wolf girl, like the ultimate wolf girl. Yeah, she got all Super Saiyan pretty much, and then she started fighting against the Wu-Tang members, and they start dying one by one, and then she left with the hero by himself, and then later on the Siamese twin, the evil cult leader, comes down, and he starts showing him, and he starts showing his female side of the Siamese twin as the wolf girl. So it's pretty obvious that it was this evil cult leader that killed the Wu-Tang clan members in the temple. It was the evil cult leader as the female side of him disguised as the wolf girl, and he set the whole thing up, and just to get back at the guy who stole the wolf girl off of him, So they started beating up on the hero, and the hero was about to die, and then the wolf girl, which in this character comes out of nowhere and saved him, and they're both teaming up to fight the evil cult leader, two against, two against because the Siamese are together. So they team up battling him, and once they defeat the evil cult leader, um, the in this case the wolf girl walks away. She leaves him by the hero by himself. And of course, there is a part two that came the same year, and I will be talking about that next. Anyway, peace, guys. I'll see you later. I hope I did a good job on this review because I'm shocked I talked this long about Wushu.